Welcome to another Tips Tuesday session. My name is Linda Reed-Enever. I'm an ideas and marketing strategist, and I love helping share ideas and tips and ways that you can do things within your business and market your business in these Tips Tuesday sessions. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm excited to have you here because it's exciting to see you wanting to grow and develop your business along the way. And today we're going to explore the topic of new things, because everything we do in business is all about new. And you might have seen in the introduction to this live session today where we're talking about is I have always used the phrase with my daughter, try it, you might like it. I used to use it even when I was a teacher. And try it, you might like it is all about trying something and not saying that you don't like something. unless you've tried it. And it's all about doing those sorts of things. So when it comes to our marketing, when it comes to our business, that try it, you don't like it phase is equally as important. Now, through trying things, we learn new things, and we are always constantly trying things within our business. We're always constantly, tweaking, looking at things are new and moving. And it's most probably why I like the world of marketing so much, is because things do change. You do need to try things, and you do new things from time to time when it comes about working with your business. Now, today I wanted to run you through a bit of a strategy and a bit of an evaluation process of when you are going to try and do some new things, and we might share some new ways that you can look at trying new things within your business. Now, if you're the first time here, or you've been here a few times, why don't you introduce yourself in the chat? Why don't you say hello? Where can we find you? Are you on TikTok? Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Are you on LinkedIn? Where can we find you out there in the world of social media so that we can do a little networking today and try new things? We might try some new things and network together. Okay, so when we're trying something new, it could be a new platform, it could be a new process, it could be a new procedure, it could be a new system, it could be a new software, it could be a new app. I've been trying a few new apps this week, and we've been trying some new stuff into house here. We've started on TikTok, so if any of you are on TikTok, please head over and follow me over there. I'm producing videos. The reach for each video is about between the 200 and 500 mark. Some have got 700, some have got 1,000 views for each one of those videos, but the reach has been quite interesting and quite good about that process. But what I'm doing in that process while I'm looking at those new apps or I'm looking at those new softwares is I am running myself through a process, and that's the process I'm going to share with you today. So the first thing is once you find a new app or something new or a new process or something you want to look at doing. Good morning, Christina. It's beautiful to see you here today. I'm so excited that you're here and joining me this morning. Thank you for popping in and saying hi in the chat. I love it when people pop in and say hi in these sessions. It means turning up live, means you guys are looking and valuing the content we're sharing live here as well. So, okay, first component inside this process is to be able to look at where you're going through from here. Beautiful. Julie is from, bear with me, we're going to do some intros. So let's get some intros first. Julie is from the Thermo Kitchen, and she's mostly on Instagram and Facebook. Pop your links in, Julie. Pop your links in, Christina. Pop the URL, because that makes it really easy for people to be able to find you on chat as well. So if you can grab your Instagram and your Facebook links, that'd be great. And we've got Durenstein, hello, good morning this morning. How are you? I'm loving all these comments. I literally will put you up on screen if you comment. I do love those comments. And if you pop your links in, I'll pop those links in on screen as well. Okay, let's delve into the formula, and I'm more than happy to take some questions towards the end of this. I've got a little bit of extra time this morning because, I'm coming out for a long weekend and I really don't want to do the admin. So if you ask me some questions, we'll be able to have a bit of a chat along the way. So the first step, when we're looking for a new product, a new formula, a new system, a new process, or a new staff member, these all actually relate quite well. The first thing we need to do is watch, okay? So if it's a new platform, if it's something like TikTok or Clubhouse or the Voila app, which is going around at the moment where you're cartoning yourself, we put a video up of that one yesterday, both on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, I think is across a number of areas, is to watch what's happening and watch how people are using it. That is always a key thing when we're looking at running through our videos. So we want to make sure that we're watching what's happening and we're making sure that we're engaging with what the way people are using it. So we want to watch for a minute, okay? And by watching, we learn, okay? And by that moment in time, we learn whether it's going to work for us. We then need to do a little bit of research, okay? And that research is, how do we best use it? how do we best use those products and systems? And that comes back to the learning component of the watching area. So we might want to go and watch some videos, some tutorials, take a course, and just see how others are doing it to how we can best do it. Things like optimizing your bios and your profiles are the key tips that I talk to people about when you're looking at starting a new social platform, making sure that you can optimize the information that's being shared, those bio links, your how people are going to find you and work with you from there. So first of all, we need to watch. We just need to see how it rolls, how it works. And same thing works for Facebook groups. It works for all sorts of things. Then we need to do a little bit of research. How do we use it and how can you use it? The next thing we need to do is actually commit. We need to commit to doing it. And by committing to doing it, I don't mean doing it for 3 or 4 days. I mean doing it for a period of time. So we need to commit to the task or bringing someone on or participating in Facebook groups or using that new tool, and we need to give it time, okay? And that time normally in-house here is about a month. We'll look at something for a month and then we'll review it and we'll work out whether it's going to work. But if you don't give it time, you can't actually see if it works or if it's a fluke or if it's a one-off. So even if you get great success within the first moments of a new platform or a new system, make sure that you actually give it time and it wasn't a fluke, because, you know, hey, in the world of marketing, especially digital marketing, sometimes you can get some flukes and then you've gone and spent a massive amount of time creating more content along that area, but it was a fluke and it didn't relate and it didn't talk to your audience. So first of all, we need to watch, then we need to learn, and then we need to research, and then we need to commit, and then we need to do. Then we need to be getting out there and we need to be producing that content or learning how to use that CRM and doing and implementing this into our business. So, you know, if it's a new marketing strategy, you're going to time block some time out to create that time. If it's a new CRM, you're going to take the time to install that CRM and understand that software and make it work for you and block that time out. It is really important that we block that time out. Okay, so after we do, and after we actually, you know, have done, and you really got to look at this, have I done? Have I committed? Or am I just going to give it up right now? If you haven't done, then you need to have a look at whether I need to do more or whether it just wasn't the right fit. So the next thing we have to do, we need to track. So we need to track the results. And especially when it comes to marketing, we need to track what's the difference. Did we win new clients this week? Was it all about, you know, did we get more visits to our website? How are the analytics going? Have we had more bookings? Have we had more discovery calls? What's actually happening there? Because by tracking it, we then know if the results are actually working for us. Now, tracking doesn't relate to, I got to click from the TikTok video, or I got to click from the Instagram post, or I got to click from this, or I got to click from that. Well, it's all great to measure those clicks. What tracking it actually means is, I was doing this and we had an increase in sales, or I was doing that and we had an increase in sales, or I was doing this and we had an increase in inquiries, or I was doing that and we had an increase in inquiries. Because what it might be is a formula of multiple things, that you're more visible, you're more branded, and you can't particularly link it through to that video or that process that you did. Hopefully, you know, sometimes you can, but sometimes it's just that you were more visible that week. You were doing more, you were sharing more. And it's one of those things that I say to my people when they say, oh, I haven't got the results I was expecting. The first question I ask is, what do you do different? And the second question is, if they've had something spike up, is, well, what do you think we could do different to change that result? If they've had an increase, the same question is, what did you do differently? What did you do differently? What worked? How do we replicate that so that we can make sure that it works? And that's what the tracking is all about, is making sure that we're tracking the results. And if it's working for us, then we come into reviewing it. And we review the results. Were the results worth it? Did we save time? What was the outcome that they had for the business? Whether the CRM was a productivity thing, were we clear on what we needed to do? Are we moving forward? Are people using it the way we should do? Are our audience responding to the marketing message that we're putting out there? But that review process is very, very key to coming through this process. So we're going to track it, then we review based on obviously the insights of the new program or whatever software we're using. We're going to make sure that we review how our people are working with it, how we're working with it, and what the benefits are for the business. And that leads us into the evaluation format. So when we come to our process, we've tested it, we've watched it, we've researched it, we've committed it, we've done something, we've tracked the results that have been happening in the business, we've reviewed those. It's now time to evaluate whether this software or whether this new thing is something we wish to continue with. And you should be evaluating new things and old things quite regularly, actually. Evaluation is a big key when it comes to things in business and marketing. Is this still working? Is it getting the results that we need to look at? Do we need to change something? And go through that evaluation component and make sure that what the input that you're putting in, because there's no point in putting 10 hours a week into creating content if it's not generating sales, or 10 hours a week into creating stuff if we don't have the right call to actions. We need to evaluate how it's going to go. And as part of that evaluation process, we want to make sure, is there a way that we could do things better? Could we add a different call to action at the end of it? Are we adding call to actions? Are we increasing our follower bases? And what are we going to do? And that leads us into the final process of trying new things, which is a decision. And the decision is, do we keep going and do we pop it back into a review cycle? Or do we go, no, not for us, and we're out of here? And it's absolutely fine to being able to do either one of those two. But the decision is the key to whether we're going to try something else new, or we're just going to say this isn't working for us from this point of view. But the decision can't be made unless we've tracked, we've reviewed, we've committed, we've tried, and we've evaluated that process, because we can't make a decision if we haven't tried something. And that's what the try it, you might like it, all comes down to. And what we learn along the way inside all of these platforms is we learn lots of things. We learn how to do new things, and we might take something from a new platform and bring it across to our old platform. And I can say to you, in all honesty, from my experience in TikTok in the last week, we've been taking some stuff that I had for YouTube Shorts and putting on a TikTok. It's got some good results. We've been taking some stuff I made for TikTok and it got no results, and putting it on Instagram Reels, and it's working well. And what we're doing is we're reviewing and evaluating the platforms about where those videos go and what those reaches are from there. So I am glad that Christina has liked our topic today on fantastic new things. You can find Julie at thethermo.kitchen, and you can also find her on Facebook under Jess Catering Services. And you can find Christina on the following links in chat as well. She's got her Facebook page, KMS Coaching, and she's got a Facebook group as well. So there's all of those options of where you can find the people who have joined us here this morning. So I'm challenging you to, what will you try new? What is there been something you've been looking at trying new within your business? And are you going to look at using the evaluation process that we've just run out there today? I'll leave you with 3 new things that you can try within your marketing today. You could look at creating a piece of short form content to either use on TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts. And you might repurpose it across all of them, because, I'm a big believer in evergreen content and repurposing across those platforms. Take your top tips and break them down into short form content. So break them down into a short form way that people can engage with them. So we don't need to pack in 5 tips. We can just pack in 1 short tip to create a really valuable piece of short form content that people can engage with. Okay, so that's number 1. Something else new that you can try is there a better way to organize your day? Can you implement some time blocking and understand what you're doing within your day? Or look at maybe bringing in a CRM that helps you track your people, or a project manager that gets that information overload that we get as business owners in our heads and starts to help us see that implemented. And number 3 is, can you work with someone else? Can you outsource? Can you delegate? Or can you look at being seen by someone, having a relationship with someone else to either take on some subcontracting work or give you some time back within your business? And try that as a relationship, because I do know myself, when we outsource, when we provide our skills to other people and get the other people, when we get other people's skills into the business, I know we see some really, really good results along the way. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. This is our Tips Tuesday session. I will be back same time next week, sharing more marketing and business tips to help you grow and educate your market and grow your business at the same time. I'll see you then. Bye.